I sell vintage, obviously.
So I suppose every child loves dressing up, and I guess I just never really stopped.
Tell us what you're wearing. 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 Tell us what you're wearing.
I'm Jacqueline from Eastern Pennsylvania.
Okay, welcome to New York City.
Thank you.
Love the outfit today, yeah? So let's jump right into it. Tell me what you're wearing.
Sure, I'm wearing an turn of the century, like 20s corset cover with a vintage little lace bolero, some Free People shorts, chartreuse tights, and some Clark Mary jeans. And I actually made my bag.
Oh wow, it looks super antique, yeah? And talk to me about the neck.
I have an a Victorian morning necklace. I just bought this actually from Moon Baby Vintage, little vintage there. Vintage 90s fairy necklace, and then just a vintage 40s locket. And then vintage 30s millinery pieces.
Right. And I love the makeup today, right? I love how you're pulling the green in. Let me ask you, what do you do?
I'm an art teacher actually.
Really? Okay. I can't tell with the fit though, right? So, let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I would say this is about an 8. I think that there could be a little bit more rings or earrings going on, but I'm pretty confident in it.
It's 100 degrees, so...
Yeah, that as well. I'm a little sweaty.
You get a pass for that. And before I let you go, share that Instagram with me.
It is Botanical Fairy on Instagram, IE at the end.
Hi, I'm Miha Long, and I'm from New York.
Loving the pink Barbie summer, right? Tell us what you're wearing.
I'm wearing a vintage slip that's actually part of like an undergarment of another dress.
Okay.
A bunch of rings, vintage rings, some that are handmade, some collected through the years.
The bag?
The bag, Simon Rocha.
Oh, I see that right there.
Yes,
right?
my favorite.
Talk to me about this choker here.
It's just a velvet ribbon and I collect a lot of brooches, so it's just a vintage brooch.
Oh, okay, so you made it yourself, the little DIY thing?
Just pieced it together.
Okay, and I love it because it sets off the rings, right? And then where are the shades from?
Actually, don't know the brand because I got it second hand. It's like no brand.
It's so dope though, right? And then the shoes, right?
The shoes, Jeffrey Campbell.
Love it. I love the whole thing, how it works together, right?
Thank you.
So share with us, what do you do?
I do this design.
Oh, okay.
My brand is Creepy Yeehaw.
Love it. All right, everybody go check her out, right? So let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I mean, this is kind of lazy, so I would give it like a 6, 7.
Wow, that's so low, yeah?
Yeah, it's just like, it's hot out and I wanted to try on different clothes. I put on a
Yeah, but you look so breezy, yeah?
Oh, thank you.
Before I let you go, share that Instagram with us.
My Instagram is Creepy Yeehaw.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Peace.
My name is Antonio. I was born in El Salvador, but I live in Queens. So
Okay,
New York for a
Queens
long
get the
time.
money.
Yeah.
Super vintage. I love running into you because you always surprise me, right?
You know, I try, you know.
Let's get into it. Tell me what you're wearing.
Well, 1960s t-shirt is like,
What is that, like a airbrush?
yeah, like an airbrush from the 1960s, like, you know, like made like, you know, like almost like a folk art, you know.
Yeah, I love
like
that.
Low.
Okay.
And 40s jeans.
Okay, let me see the back of them. Yeah, I was gonna ask, cinch back, all right?
Edge back, yeah, Ashka, rough belt,
Okay.
60s, like hats,
Let me see the socks.
you know, some.
I love the
Always,
little touch,
yeah.
And then where's the neckerchief from?
Oh, it's like an old 1930s indigo
I think
bandana.
I've seen this one from you before, yeah?
Yeah, I
And
wear this one a lot,
Talk to me about the jewelry on the hands.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Mexican
a bunch,
and Native American, like Navajo, and you know,
Okay, let me ask you, out of everything here, which one is your favorite?
that one.
Love that,
Yeah,
okay.
it's all like Mexican, 1940s.
You've been on the channel, this is the third time, right?
Third time, yes.
So, for the people who are not familiar with you, tell me, what do you do?
What I do, well, I run a vintage business. They specialize in, like, I mean, I guess people call it true vintage, like
Yeah, shout it out,
70s
Native
and all.
Vintage.
Native Vintage, and we sell out of 9th Street Vintage in the East Village. Yeah, come check it out, beautiful store. I do wardrobe on film.
Love that, all right. Let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
Today I say like an 8.
Why
it's
so
hot.
low? I love, because it's hot.
You know, I would have put, you know.
You would have done more,
I
right?
did more, I try to
know
be more
you.
comfy today.
So,
yeah.
for everybody that needs some vintage, share that Instagram.
Yeah, Native Vintage.
I'm Sam Kidd. I'm from South Carolina, but I live in Providence, Rhode Island.
All right. super vintagey outfit, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what you're wearing.
Yep, so I'm wearing this crazy antique duster. I actually cut it open to be that way.
Oh, okay. Was it like a popover before?
Yep, so like a smock. Some calf hair, dyed yellow and brown boots. These Brown University, like 50s, 60s champion shorts. And my little apron that I always have to wear for markets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, where's the top from?
This is just random thrifted bikini top with a little brooch.
Love it, all right.
Yeah.
And can you show me the fingers?
Yeah, so all like vintage sterling.
Okay. Out of these, which one's your favorite?
Ooh, probably the bone and sterling together. And then this one that I bought myself for my birthday.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, sure. And then show me the earrings real quick.
Yeah, so I always cup
wow,
it
just
up.
that.
Yeah, some little vintage.
See the side?
And then this is my studio mate Sarah Astral Plane. She gave this to me and I put it on a cuff.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so share with us, what do you do?
I sell vintage, obviously. I do a lot of styling and a makeup artist.
Okay, perfect. And then we're here at the Threadbare Show. Shout out to everybody there,
Yep,
right?
yep.
So let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I mean, I'm thinking I'm a 10.
Yep, I agree. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
And then for everybody that needs some vintage, right?
Yeah.
Share that Instagram with me.
It is at suburbia.circus.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Nick in Long Island, New York.
Ella in the house.
Yep.
But with the Canadian touch, right?
Always, always.
Love the look.
Thanks, man.
Super vintage because we're
Thank
here
you.
at the Threadbare Show,
Yeah.
right? All right, so without delay,
Yeah.
tell me what you're wearing.
So vintage Lee jeans, and this is actually reproduction of Tommy Hilfiger.
Ooh, okay.
So it's made to look like vintage, but
Yeah.
it's fairly new.
And I like this, like a little detail right
Thanks,
here.
man.
Colors, all right.
Thanks.
And where the kicks from?
So these are GH Bass. The hat is actually, I'm not sure where the Capital.
Okay.
Sunglasses is this is Oliver Peoples.
Okay.
Yep.
Love it. All right. I
Yeah.
love the whole look, right?
Thanks, man. So I actually work in denim. I design denim.
Oh, wow.
For Tommy Hilfiger. So that's kind of where
Okay. So
all of this. So I always kind of gravitate towards pieces that have a little bit of history, and that's really what makes it really interesting.
love it. And then you have like a neckerchief on?
I do. So this is new. This isn't vintage.
Okay.
But it
Where's that?
helps.
Is that Capital?
This is, I'm not sure actually where this is from. It's been I have so many handkerchiefs, I just like grab them as I go.
And then last but not least, the bags, yeah?
The bags, this is a Bottega actually, this is new. And then representing Raggedy Treads. I don't know if you...
Shout out to them.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
I love that place.
So, it's time to rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I don't know, I kind of just put this together. I tried to stay cool.
You look
maybe,
cool.
Maybe cool in the sense of the weather, but
Yeah.
maybe a 6. I could have probably done a little bit later.
I would rate it a little bit higher, but that's just
Sure.
me. And for everybody, I want to see the other fits, right? Share
Yeah.
that Instagram with me.
It's Big Z & Co, Big Blue Z & Co, NY.
I'm Sophie. I'm originally from Toronto, but I live in Brooklyn.
Fantastic vintage outfit, right?
Thank you.
Love the cream color today, right?
Yeah, we love a little pastel.
Absolutely. So let's jump right into it. Tell me what you're wearing.
So this little set here is a 1940s play suit. It's a
Oh
little
my
beach
goodness.
set.
Yeah.
Little buttons up the back.
All right.
Little bow, and then this is like a 1930s bed jacket that I inherited from a friend.
I'm
and
assuming it's silk, yeah?
It's silk,
Okay.
and it had like her cat scratched it up, so I did a little mending. So now I have my heart on my sleeve. A little
Let me see the
love
back of this.
there.
Oh wow, the details are crazy.
Yeah.
Even I love the shoulder too, yeah?
I know, I love like a big sleeve,
Yep.
like a little
And then the
moment.
shoe.
The
What's on
shoes
the
are
feet?
Rachel Comey. They're not vintage.
Still works
Little
though,
Rachel
right?
Comey clog,
Right?
yeah.
And I see you have a lot of gold on, right?
I do, yeah.
So
I'm a
talk
gold
to me
jewelry
about
girl.
some of it, yeah?
So this is so what I do is I'm a playwright and an actor and a director. I'm a theater person, and this is a vintage charm that is like both sides.
absolutely.
Comedy, tragedy, and then I have some cheapy jewelry. But all of this was from my mom. She passed away about 5 years ago. So this is like I wear my mom's rings on my hands
Absolutely.
every single day.
Yeah.
There's vintage Tiffany in there, and then just nonsense, but it makes
you
me
look
happy.
fantastic,
Thank
yeah?
you.
So, let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I mean, It's so hot out. I think we could like, you know, if there could be more layers, we get up to 10. But like, I'm gonna say I'm a 9. I'm feeling great about this.
You look, it's a 10 for weather appropriate.
Weather appropriate. We'll give you a 10. Why not?
Absolutely. And before I let you go, share that Instagram with me.
It's just my name. So at Sophie-Dushko, Dushko.
Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Thank
Peace.
you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Casey Leo and I am from Central Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loving the vintage outfit, yeah?
Thank you.
So let's jump right into it. Tell me what you're wearing.
So I'm wearing some 1930s women's workwear denim.
I love that. And I noticed that there was like a little patch on the back, right? Let me see the back of it.
Oh yeah.
Like there where the pocket was.
This is
there
where the
you
pocket
go.
was, yeah. I love when things are patched and worn because the person really wanted to just keep wearing them. They didn't want to get rid of them. So she was working really hard in these and worn in some spots.
Love it, yeah. And she loved the hell out of these, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what about the top?
And then this was actually a little boy's antique union suit.
Really?
So there was matching shorts, but I couldn't fit the whole as a bodysuit, so I just took the top because it's cute as a crop top. But there used to be suspender buttons all the way around it, and then the shorts would just button right into that.
It fit you perfectly.
Bodysuit.
All right, and then the kicks?
Oh, and then I have some 1940s.
Are they Mary Janes?
Mary Janes. Yeah. So I have a Navajo. I think this was maybe 1940s Fred Harvey era.
Super cute, I love it.
But yeah, thank you so much.
And then the belt looks super vintage.
Oh yes, so this was either I think 1940s or 1950s, but it was a kid's version of a cowboy jeweled belt.
I love it.
The Western wear back in the 40s and 50s.
And for everybody out there who they can't tell, but you're super tiny. And so lucky you're in vintage because, you know, back in the days people were just smaller, right?
Yeah, they really were.
Tell us what you do.
So I sell vintage clothing and I'm actually in the works of opening a specialty cafe where I'll be selling antiques and vintage clothing as well.
Will that be in New York or Pennsylvania?
It'll be in Easton, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so we'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
And you look fantastic.
Oh,
so let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I would rate today's look, I would say, I would give myself an 8 because I love dressing for fall and winter, and summer's kind of a challenge for me because I love the layers, but I thought this would be a cute look for today and summery.
Absolutely, and not to mention it's 97 degrees, right? So before I let you go, and for everybody that needs some vintage, right?
Yes.
Share your Instagram with me.
Oh, my Instagram is Olden Yoon.
My name's Lily Weil and I'm from California.
Okay, very Cali outfit if I must say, right?
Yeah,
so, what are you doing in New York City?
So I work in knitwear and I also work in the vintage fairs. Yeah, that's about it.
So just slinging some vintage, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very vintage outfit as well, so very on brand, right?
Very on brand, yeah.
So let's get into it. Tell me what you're wearing.
So I got this shirt actually at the fair yesterday. It is a Moto Psycho vintage 70s
Did you have print on the back?
Yeah, it's the same print on the back.
Awesome.
It's amazing. I love it. And then I'm wearing an Edwardian skirt over a pair of very stained Edwardian bloomers.
Still fly, still fly.
Still super cute. And then my absolutely terrible beat up cowboy boots that I had to tape.
But it adds so much character, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the cap from?
Oh, it's BP Bella. Yeah, she makes amazing hats. This is, my mom just gave these to me a couple weeks ago. They were just ones that she used to wear back in the 80s. And then this, okay, this is an embarrassing story. This was actually my ex's. I gave it to him for a 6-month. And now I just have been looking for a dog tag and I was like, all right, I'll wear it. And then my mom made this one by hand a couple years ago and gave it to me.
And we missed a little bag. Where's this from?
Oh yeah, this one's just a little Burberry that I got a couple years ago. It's pretty beat up, but I love it beat up.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question a little bit offhand, right?
Yeah.
So I know you deal in vintage and I know you're from the West Coast, right? So in your opinion, what is the biggest style difference between LA and NY?
I think LA is a lot more flowy, a lot more beachy. I'd say like lighter colors are much more favored. I'd say when I moved here, I immediately felt a shift where I was like, okay, I need to dress in darker colors, I need to dress in more neutrals, I need to kind of tone it down in this sense.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just have to find a mix.
Absolutely. So, final question. Which one do you prefer, LA or NY style?
Ooh, I don't know if I can choose. I think if
They're gonna be mad at you, yeah?
Yeah, no, they're gonna be really mad at me. I think I have to say LA.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
again, very on brand, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
Okay, I'd say I'd give it like an 8.5.
Okay, I agree.
I'd say an 8.5.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And for everybody that needs some vintage or want to see the other fits, right? Share that Instagram with me, huh?
It's Lil Wild.
My name's Anna Perna, and I am from Portland, Oregon, but I live in New York.
Okay. How long you been in the city for?
7 years?
Okay, so almost a New Yorker now, yeah?
I think so.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Tell me what you're wearing.
This is a Ken Scott 1960s dress. It's got a really cool mid-century kind of like modern art print. YSL belt and YSL scarf.
Okay, let me see.
Celine glasses. These are more contemporary. Vintage. Gold, everything. I think all my gold is vintage.
Even the buttons are gold, yeah?
Yes, yeah, I'm good. I mean, it bothers me a little bit that my shoes don't have gold.
And
but
where are
we're
these
gonna-
from?
These are Mariam Nasirzadeh.
Okay, and of course we gotta take a look at the bag.
This is like got my life in it right now. This is 1960s. It's a little bit trashed, but it went with the look.
Yeah.
So.
The whole look works so well,
Thank
yeah?
you.
It looks like you're like in Florida vacationing, right?
Thank you. I was going for those beachy
I love
vibes.
it.
Yeah.
So share with us, what do you do?
I'm a vintage seller.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how
right.
would you rate today's look?
I feel like there could have been a few minor tweaks. I'm pretty critical. I would say maybe an 8.
Ooh, okay. And before I let you go, and for somebody that, you know, that needs some vintage, share that Instagram with me.
Annaperna_vintage.
My name is Stevie Rosalie and I am from Phoenix, Arizona.
That's a fantastic name, yeah?
Thank you.
With a fantastic fit, right?
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Tell us what you're wearing.
I am wearing a 1940s jumpsuit, giant legs,
Love that.
a 50s bag, a 50s hat, and a 50s belt.
Okay, and tell me about this little brooch here.
Brooch I think would be late 50s, early 60s is my guess.
All right, so share with us how you got into vintage.
Old Hollywood movies, watching movies with my parents and grandparents growing up. I was obsessed with The Wizard of Oz and a lot of Abbott and Costello movies. And then when I started doing hair and learned how to finger wave in beauty school, that was it. I was sold.
Love it. So like, you love the glamour, you love the glitz, you love the flair, right?
Thank you.
So
Yes,
share with
I
us,
sure
what do you do?
I am a vintage hairstylist and makeup artist.
Ooh, we can tell, right? So let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I'm going to go with a 9.
Thank you so much, I agree. So before I let you go, share that Instagram with me.
It is at StevieRosalie_.
Thank you so much.
Gretchen, I'm from Brooklyn.
Everybody's very familiar with you on the channel, right? Very different look, still pastel, but very different, right?
Yes,
So
well.
so let's jump right into it. Tell us what you're wearing.
I am wearing, my dress is a Fruit of the Loom 50s
No way!
dress. Still has the labels in it. It's a
Okay.
wraparound, very nice for this nice
Look-
hot
look
weather.
at close up on this pattern. It's like super dope,
little,
yeah?
little rick-rack on it.
Okay.
I always love a rick-rack.
Yep, and then the cardigan.
It's just a fast fashion cardigan.
Okay, and then talk to me about the jewelry here.
You know, I honestly don't remember where I got anything. A little Bakelite or similar plastic anchor, and this was a gift many, many years ago.
Okay, and then the boater. Is that a boater as well?
Yes, a girl's boater.
Okay.
It's very old.
Okay, and then with the ribbon on it, did you apply that? What did it come like this?
It came like that, and it's fading really nicely. I love
It
it.
is,
I love
yeah.
a fade. I love a patina.
Yeah, I love it. And then the bag?
The bag is 50s, 60s, kind of lacquer, vickery type thing.
Love it. And then I love how you're pulling the shoes with it. Where are these from?
These are Remix Vintage.
Love it. And again, immaculate outfit, right? So,
nice.
Let's rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I guess 8.5.
It's a 10 for me.
Oh, thank you. I was running out the door, so I was kind of throwing things together. I'm happy about how it came out. Let's
It
put
came
that
out
way.
fantastic. So, remind us of that Instagram again.
Chapeau G.
Hi, I'm Stella. I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay, the famous Stella Rose, right?
It's me.
And-
It's me. I'm back.
You never fail with the outfits, yeah? So let's jump right into it. Tell us what you're wearing.
So I am wearing this incredible, I believe this is early 60s. It's actually a handmade outfit.
my
It's
goodness.
French. The labels inside are actually like handwritten.
Oh my
so
goodness.
This is
All right.
a,
Is it like dead stock? Because the condition is like crazy.
It's
yeah?
more likely one of a kind, but I'm sure it was only worn a couple times. It belonged to a very rich person a very long time ago, and I don't think she had been able to fit into it for years before I got it. So,
Can you tell me where you sourced something like this from?
so this I actually found at an estate sale.
My goodness.
And this is that's the secret. That's where all the good stuff comes from. So, but honestly, I would probably easily be able to find something just as beautiful at the Threadbare show.
goodness, all
because
right.
There's so much gorgeous stuff here.
So we're at the Threadbare, and you made a purchase today, yeah?
I did, yeah. I got these sunglasses. They are beautiful. There's a great sunglass vendor in there.
Okay.
Come check them out. So look, they fold up.
Cool.
So, well, I'm doing a terrible job. You know. I haven't practiced. I didn't practice before I did this. I need a few more,
We get the
rounds
point.
of practice.
And then I love all the hits of red here. So let's start off with the
you.
neckerchief, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is just your basic little handkerchief. I'm sure it's vintage. When it's from, I don't know. I think I was actually wearing it in the last video too. I wear it a lot. These are probably 1960s. I actually years ago bought like a giant bag of dead stock enamel earrings. So I
Really?
have them in like every color of the rainbow, which is convenient because they go with
Absolutely,
everything.
right? And then the bag?
The bag is new, even though honestly it's deteriorating, so you never think. But hey.
But the shape is reminiscent of that era that you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know, like it's a nice, like you can't go wrong with just like a nice geometric shape. It's gonna go with everything.
Yep. And then the shoes, of course.
Yeah, the shoes are new also. These are by Intentionally Blank, but I love the
Really?
style.
Okay.
It's a very retro style.
I love it. All right.
I just love a patent leather.
And of course the hat, right?
Yeah, the hat's maybe the most interesting story. This belonged to my mom.
Ooh.
So I believe it's 1970s, Saks Fifth Avenue. And yeah, it hangs out on my wall and it comes out on very hot days.
And it pulls the whole look together.
Exactly.
So, you know what time it is. It's time to rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
I'm gonna give this one a 10. This is a really good.
I
This is a really
totally
solid
agree.
look, I think.
Yep.
I mean, for something handmade like this is lasting through
Fantastic,
history,
yeah.
you gotta give it a good
Okay.
rating.
So before I let you go, remind us of that Instagram again.
Yes, my Instagram is It's Stella Rose.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
So hi, my name is Zach Vincent, and I'm from Brighton, England.
Okay. And with the outfit to match, right?
Well, yeah, exactly.
So let's get right into it, yeah? Tell me what you're wearing.
So I'm wearing a linen and cotton ensemble from the year around 1807.
1807.
Yeah. So they're all pieces that I've made. In fact, I've made a YouTube video talking about how I created these trousers.
Wait, so I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no,
I'm a
not
little
at
bit
all.
So it's from 1807, but you made it?
Yeah, so in terms of the styling and the pattern
the
drafting,
pattern, I understand.
is from 1807. So this wouldn't have been atypical.
Okay.
So these are known as pantalons de la hussard. So it's basically pantaloons in a hussar style. So it's
Okay.
interesting because there are no side seams or inseams.
Oh,
There's
wow.
actually just one seam up the back. So it's really quite interesting. So I did a YouTube video on them called Making the Impossible Trousers. Because when you look at them on paper, it's like, what is this? But actually they come together, you know, not too badly at all.
Really? So how long would something like this take?
So this, with all the detailing and everything, took me about sort of 5 or 6 days in terms of actually putting it together. But the pattern research and drafting and everything then took a little bit longer. So these have kind of been in the works for, before I'd made them, for a few months.
Can I see the back of them?
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, you weren't kidding about the seams, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the waistcoat.
So the waistcoat is actually inspired by one in the Colonial Williamsburg collection, which is also a double-breasted shawl-coloured waistcoat from about sort of 1790 to about 1805. So, and this particular style of waistcoat with the shawl collar was still very fashionable around that period. Around
And I'm assuming you made this as well?
Yeah.
And like even the buttons with like the covering and everything, you made that?
Yeah, and what's cool is that I tried to match the buttons to the
I see it
fabric as
now.
well. So when you get to a certain point, you can't really see them.
This is incredible. I'm so glad I stopped you.
Oh, thank you.
And what about the shirt?
Yeah, the shirt is a basic Regency style shirt.
And you made that too?
Yep.
Holy crap.
From a vintage French linen, so it's got a really nice hand-woven texture.
And I love the wrinkles of it, right?
Yeah, and it's perfect on a day like this.
Absolutely. And then the neckerchief.
Well, this is actually from an American company based just outside Williamsburg, called Burnley and Trowbridge. They were so kind as to sort of send me one of their wonderful cravats or neckerchiefs, which is actually an exact copy of an original one from the 18th century.
Wow, I love the whole color story, yeah?
Thank you.
And then the straw top hat.
Well, this is actually from a place in Portugal. So in Portugal, they've got a long tradition of making straw hats. And so they reached out to me on Instagram and was like, we'd love to make you a hat. And I was like, that'd be fantastic.
And then you chose the style?
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah. And then something that doesn't match are these glasses, right?
Well, actually, these are from. So I got these from a goodie bag thing from the Poor Things film.
Okay.
But the ones that Emma Stone wears, they're actually originals to the sort
are
of.
They?
Yeah.
Of this period?
Yeah. So slightly later, but this is a plastic version, because the originals would have been tortoiseshell as opposed to simulated tortoiseshell.
That's so crazy. I never would have thought, right? And then the shoes, of course.
Well, the shoes are actually from an American company as well, called American Duchess, and these are sort of their take on gentlemen's shoes of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, enlighten us. How did you get into something like this? Because you're deep into it, yeah.
So I suppose every child loves dressing up, and I guess I just never really stopped. And then from that point, I then wore vintage, and then repaired vintage, and then made my own clothes, and now here I am, sort of traveling
making
about.
your clothes, was it out of necessity? Like the period pieces are so old. Like
very much so, very much so. But because period pieces aren't really available, or when they are, they're too precious really to wear. They're often in good enough condition that you can, but there's no point really.
Yeah.
So it came from a necessity of, I want to wear these things. I need to then research how to make these things. So it involved hundreds of hours in archives, looking at extant pieces from the 18th and early 19th centuries, to then now doing what I do, internationally, which is phenomenal. Really is.
Yeah, and just being fabulous altogether, right? So it's time to rate the fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate today's look?
How would I rate today's look? Well, I mean, for me, because the thing that really makes a fit important is whether you feel comfortable in it. And comfortable doesn't just mean how it physically feels, but how it makes you feel mentally. So for me, I feel great wearing this, and if you feel great, then it's the best outfit. So definitely a 10 out of 10.
And you look great.
That's always helpful.
And so for everybody that watched this whole segment and wants to see the full version, right? Share your Instagram.
Yeah, so my Instagram and across all platforms is Pinsent Tailoring.
Thank you so much for that.
Not at all, pleasure.
I'm so glad you stopped for me. Have a good one.
You too.